Welcome to the Demystifying Money podcast, where each week you will hear unforgettable conversations with expert guests about success, money, business, and small steps you can take to elevate your life and wealth. Now here's your host, Misty Lynch.
Welcome back to Demystifying Money. I'm your host, Misty Lynch, and today's episode is all about something we care about, relationships and money. In fact, more couples break up or divorce over money than almost anything else. And that is not because people don't love each other. It is because money conversations are scary, emotional, and often avoided. So today I'm breaking it down clearly with some practical steps that you can use whether you're together, engaged, or have been partnering for years.
This episode of Demystifying Money with Misty Lynch is proudly sponsored by Soundview Financial Advisors. Visit www.soundviewfinancialadvisors.com to learn more.
So, why does money spark conflict? Well, honestly, it's emotional, and most of it is tied to trust, power, fear, and a lot of things that come from our past. Most people never learned how to talk about money without judgment. And different money histories equal different beliefs about saving, debt, spending. And I want you to think about this. One partner might be focused on security and saving, and the other one is focused on experiences and comfort right now. Neither side is wrong, but without communication, tension is going to build in that relationship. So here's a tip. Start with curiosity, not blame. Couples often argue about actions before they align on why. So it's important to start here. Have a shared vision. So ask each other some questions like, what are your money goals? And you can think about this in short term and long term. You can talk about what matters most. It might be saving for a home, starting a business, travel. There's no wrong answer here. It's just important to know. And also, you can ask your partner what financial security feels like. A client of mine on Heartbroke wanted advice on saving for a wedding and creating and launching different income streams, but they hadn't really shared their priorities clearly until we dug into it together. Clarifying what mattered most changed how they approached saving and budgeting. Also, you can have a money date. Start a weekly or bi-weekly 20-minute money check-in. No interruptions, no judgment. And it's also important not to just talk about money when things are tight or when there's a lot of stress. And also remember, a budget isn't a cage. It's more like a map, and couples who budget kind of can help steer that ship together. And here's how. Start by listing your income sources, both of you, and all of them. Think about all of the different ones, not just your job. And think about your essential expenses, housing, food, utilities. Also think about discretional categories like fun money for each partner. And your savings goals, having an emergency fund, if you have big goals and shared dreams. And if you have a debt paydown plan, if you have debt, make it a part of the plan. And it's important to have a key mindset shift here. Treat your financial decision as a team decision, not an individual battle. Even if you keep money separate and manage it separately, it's important if you have shared goals to be able to come together, at least on the big things. Also, it's important to think about where our money beliefs come from. Most of us did not get a money curriculum growing up. We inherited our habits from our families. In Demystifying Money, I talk about how our brains learn money behavior from childhood and how what we can unlearn the things that we didn't, that don't really serve us if you start to recognize your own money story. And it's really important to share that with your partner. If it feels awkward, here's some questions you could use to explore together. What experience about money shaped you the most? What are you afraid of? What are you proud of financially? And this can deepen empathy, and it also can dissolve some of the shame, which is the real enemy when it comes to these financial conversations. Here are 3 fast wins for you and your partner. Set one shared money goal this month. Doesn't have to be big. It just has to be something that you share. Pick one category to save on and put that difference towards a shared dream. And celebrate progress. Even small wins, they matter. And remember, money habits are not built overnight. They're built with consistent, intentional action. That's what builds peace and confidence. Thanks for joining me for this episode on money and relationships. If any of these conversations or conversation starters resonated with you, please feel free to share it with anybody who might need it. You're also welcome to grab my book, Demystifying Money, for some deeper tools and journal prompts that can help you and your partner. It's designed to take the intimidation out of money and help make it feel like teamwork and have it be intuitive and empowering.